How to sell your home for top dollar without an agent. Before we get started, don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. Hello, my name is Russell Enyart. I'm a broker associate from Northern California, and today we're going to talk about how to sell your home without an agent for top dollar. Don't forget to stay till the end where I actually disclose some very important information about putting that money in your pocket. And now let's get started with the 7 simple steps to sell your home without an agent for top dollar. Step number 1 to selling your home without an agent for top dollar is to make sure that your home looks fantastic. You need to make it look as close to a model home as possible, and you need to do any repairs that have been out there waiting to be done. Most of the time, your return on investment is 2 for 1. The kitchen is the most important part of the house, so you want to make sure that the kitchen looks fantastic. They always say kitchens and bathrooms sell homes, so you got it. The number 2 most important thing for you to fix up is the bathroom. You're also going to want to make sure that the house has great windows, great doors, and is painted freshly. A fresh coat of paint on the inside and out is very, very affordable and probably the number 1 thing that you can do to improve the house. Now, floors are also important, but floors can be a little more pricey. Carpet is a little less expensive, and now they have that new LVP, which is also a great affordable choice that a lot of people are doing. Now, if you are in Northern California and you need referrals for any of these items, just let me know and we can get you started. We have lots of subcontractors that are both licensed and unlicensed, depending upon the work that you need. We also need handyman and general work. We also have, handyman and general workers. So again, the step number 1 is to make sure that your house is ready for sale, looks fantastic, there's no dry rot, you've done all the right things to get the house in top condition. All right, the number 2 most important thing that you can do is stage the home properly. You want to make it look like no one lives there, especially not you. And what I mean by that is you want to take down all of the personal photography. Any photographs of you and the family makes it really hard for someone else to picture themselves there when they see pictures of you there. So you want to take those down. You want to declutter as much as you can, and again, you want to make it look like a model home. I always suggest to folks, look model homes up online or even go visit some model homes, maybe to give you an idea of where you want to move to, but take a look at those homes. They look like nobody lives there. They're super clean. All of the counters have nothing on them. They look amazing, and that's what you want to do. Again, we talked about clutter, and then the last thing that you want to do from staging a home perspective, which is the number 2 item, is you want to make sure that the yard looks fantastic, right? You want to do the front yard and backyard. Make sure it has great curb appeal. Make sure everything's neat and clean. All the leaves are cleaned up. I even suggest to people that you put in some colorful flowers so you have a lot of pop of color. So again, the number 2 step on the 7 steps is to stage the home properly. The number 3 step in capturing top dollar for your home without using an agent is to make sure that you have great pictures and video. I tell you, as a real estate broker associate, I always notice when it's the homeowner that has taken the pictures. Your iPhone doesn't work, your Samsung doesn't work, whatever phone you're using doesn't work. Get professional pictures and get professional video. It's really important if you're going to maximize your social media and your search engine optimization that you take great photographs and great video. That's where it all starts. Do not skimp on this. Make sure you have high quality professional pictures and video. Number 4 thing that you should do to make sure that you sell your home without an agent for top dollar is to price and market that home correctly. Most people that list their home on their own without an agent leave thousands of dollars on the table, usually in excess of the cost of the commission at the end of the day. So don't let that be you. The first thing that you should do is make sure you get a CMA from a really good local real estate agent or broker. You can use this analysis to figure out what price your property should sell for, and most agents provide them for free. Again, make sure you get a CMA from your agent for free. Make sure that you put up a quality sign. Once the house is for sale, you want a really nice sign, not one of those cheapos, crazy looking signs. Do a nice sign that has really quality contact information, both phone and email, and any other contact information they want you to have should go on that sign. You want to make sure you put your quality pictures and video that we talked about in number 3 online everywhere. You want to make sure they're syndicated to Realtor, Trulia, Redfin, Realtor, all of the rest. You want to make sure they're everywhere. Post them on social media, Instagram, Facebook. That is very, very important. Obviously, your YouTube should be utilized here. Your professional video should go on YouTube, and you want to make sure that you've got everything rolling correctly. I also highly suggest that you make a social media purchase. Make a purchase through social media. There's a number of different ways that you can do this. You can find out how to buy ad space online on both Instagram and Facebook. I suggest you utilize one of the two. You're also going to want to make sure that you're doing search engine optimization on the property, right? If you're going to do a landing page, make sure that you're optimizing that landing page. I would also highly suggest that when you do your open houses, and I suggest that you do 4, at least 2 weekends before you accept an offer, that you knock on all the doors in the neighborhood. Make sure all the neighbors know your house is for sale. Chances are they're going to have somebody that wants to move into the neighborhood. Very, very important. You want your open houses to be highly successful. We suggest open houses on Saturday from 10 to 1 and Sunday from 1 to 4 in most places. Usually on Sundays there's a lot of folks in church, so you want to make sure that you get it a little later in the day. I think that we've covered most of the marketing pieces. There's a lot more that you can do, but those are what you should do from a minimum. So that is number 4. Make sure that you price and market your property correctly. The 5th thing that you should do is make sure that you negotiate very well and that you disclose. I said it 3 times because it's super important. These are probably the 2 most important things. Negotiating well, after of course all of the other things we talked about, and the disclosing properly. As a matter of fact, you can download our content below for all of these steps, as well as some important information on disclosures. Again, this is not legal advice, so you want to make sure you want to check with your local real estate board on what is required in your state from a disclosure perspective. But as far as negotiating, this is probably your biggest asset, if not one of your biggest assets. So I highly suggest you either take a negotiating course or maybe a game theory course or read a game theory book or something of that nature before you start negotiating the price of your house. Every $1,000 that is negotiated is another $1,000 in your pocket. Also, you need to understand all of the buyer's loan information, right? Are they fully underwritten for that loan? Are they ready to go? Does the loan officer actually know what they're doing? Have you seen proof of funds? These are all important items when negotiating. Also, in the United States, sellers can get sued for specific performance. So once you get into that contract as a seller, it's almost impossible to get out. It's very important that you understand all of the possible pitfalls with the loan, the appraisal, potential repairs that happen prior to you getting into that contract. So this negotiation period is super, super important. Now, the other super important thing, I know I said super a lot in this section, is to make sure that you disclose properly. In the state of California, at a minimum, you need a TDS and an SPQ. You got to check and make sure that you have all of the proper disclosures for your state. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me. But again, number 5 is making sure that you negotiate extremely well and you disclose. Anything you know about the home, you need to let them know prior to getting into contract. Also, all of your negotiation as a seller needs to happen prior to getting into contract. All right, the 6th thing that you do, I realize now I'm on both sides of my faces, don't worry, there's only one more. The 6th thing that you need to do is do everyone's job for them. I always tell my team here, just assume that everyone's not going to do their job at the beginning of a real estate transaction, and it will go very, very smoothly. So, first of all, the other person on the other side, assume they're not going to do their work. You want to stay connected to that loan officer and make sure that loan officer and their underwriter has everything that's needed for that loan to close. The appraiser, make sure that you give that CMA that you received earlier from that agent to that appraiser so that the house appraises correctly. Nothing will ruin a deal like a bad appraisal. Also, title and escrow. Follow up with them regularly. And again, do everyone's job with them without being that person that bugs them every day until you understand which are the good players and which players need help in your transaction. So title and escrow, lender, appraiser, all of these people are important to close your deal on time and for the most money. So make sure you do everyone's job for them until you're sure that you don't need to, and that will help you with a smooth closing. All right, the last and seventh thing that you need to do when selling your house without an agent for top dollar is to make sure that you get wiring instructions correct, you leave a tidy house, and again, you don't leave any dollars on the table. Let me walk you through how that works. Wire instructions and wire fraud is probably the #1 problem in real estate today. You want to make sure that you validate through a proven known number the wiring instructions. Be very careful of emails and phone calls that you may receive, as they may be fraudulent. That is very, very important. Also, you want to leave a tidy house. The only thing that should be left behind is potentially mailbox keys and garage door openers. Make sure that it's clean, vacuumed, swept, mopped, and that there's no trash left in the house. And most importantly, don't leave any dollars on the table. There are a number of items that could have come up during this transaction that we didn't even mention in this video that could cause you problems. Feel free to reach out to me or your local real estate expert, and most of us be more than happy to help you. And then lastly, and most importantly, my team has a track record that's proven of landing anywhere between 5 and 7% above market value, because we do all of the things and more that I mentioned in this video. Please feel free to reach out to me and I will help you with each of those things. And we actually have a strategy where we charge you half a commission. So you're gonna end up with more net dollars in your pocket. Doesn't everybody want that, more net dollars in their pocket? I say yes. Putting more dollars in your pocket is what this video is all about and what my team is all about. Hopefully you found value in today's video. Please don't forget to like, share, hit that bell so that you're subscribed and get all of our future videos. Also, we got further content that's related right here and on my channel. My name again is Russell Enyart. I'm a real estate broker associate from Northern California. Until next time, we'll catch you later.